I'm eating yogurt. So, today I decided that I'm going to do a vlog on a book that I'm reading. And this book has totally brought my life to light. And if you're subscribed to me, or you just happen to come by this video, I really want you to watch this. This book is called Living Above the Level of Mediocrity by Charles R. Swindoll. This book is so amazing. I mean, I'm sorry, this yogurt's really good. My life is making so much more sense. This book teaches, I won't say teaches, but it shows you how to live above everybody else. How to make your life so much better than it was. How to be above average. And part one, let's start with part one in this video. And then my next vlogs will be part two, part three, blah 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 blah. Okay, part one is called Confronting Mediocrity Takes Thinking Clearly. And the first chapter is about how you need to think. You need to know in your head, I'm going to be better. I'm going to put God first. I'm going to put my faith first above everything else. And make everything else for your faith. And what is this? Okay, so it says that somebody in here, he has a lot of really intuitive friends. In a book that he read, the author listed no less than 10 statements that hold us back. 1. The right answer. 2. That's not logical. 3. Follow the rules. 4. Be practical. 5. Avoid ambiguity. 6. To err is wrong. Play is frivolous. That's not my area. 9 is don't be foolish. And 10, I'm not creative. I'm not creative is not an excuse to be, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. These are all things that hold us back. Play is not frivolous. There is no right answer to anything. There is no right answer to life. And logicality, who cares? I mean, honestly. Be practical. That's the norm. Following the rules is boring. To err is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Play is never, ever, ever, ever frivolous. As long as it's good play. That's not my area. If somebody needs you there, but you can't solve their problems, don't take on their problems. Send them to somebody who can help them. Don't be foolish. Nowadays, foolishness isn't necessarily bad. There are a lot of quotes from scripture about how that change in your mind is so, so, so important to get you to think above mediocrity. Chapter 2 is about how you need to make everything he calls our generation the yuppie generation, young urban professionals. Greed. I'm actually reading about greed and the 4 fatal phases of greed. Let's see. Actually, right now I'm reading about traditionalism. But, this is such a good book. Let's see. So the second chapter is about God's kingdom and our struggles with God's kingdom, because we don't want anybody to rule over us. We don't like to give in to that oppression. But it's not really oppression. It's God's kingdom. You give yourself over to that and you can have whatever you want. God will give it to you. It's just getting over yourself and knowing that once you give yourself to God's kingdom, God's the only one that's over you. Nobody else can control. Actually, God doesn't really directly control you. But once you give yourself to that, I think that the fact that that is a problem is because we don't like to think of anybody ruling over us. That's what I think. Let's see. Temptation. Testing. The whole purpose of God. Chapter 3 is it costs your commitment. You are dropping everything. You're letting go of everything for God. You're going to give it all to Him. All of it. And don't make Him have to take it away. Because it hurts. And it's hard. And you don't see it as a good thing. You don't see it skin deep as a good thing. But everybody knows that you should thank God for what you never had. What you never got. Because God knows that there are better things in store for you. Personal possessions. Oh, I actually made a thing. There are some tough questions that he asks, and he's a very raw author. And on page 57, he asks tough questions. Number 1, and these are questions that you really need to think about. Since life is so brief, what are the things you need to deal with that will enable you to soar during your remaining years? Be specific. What is holding you back? What is stopping you from soaring above mediocrity? Two, has peer pressure paralyzed you? Is that the reason you've not made your own declaration of independence? How can you overcome this paralysis? Who is stopping you? What has caused them to stop you? Why haven't you declared your own freedom from everybody else? Because they're the ones that are holding you back. 3. Where are you in the Luke 14 account? Among the few close followers or the too many spectators? Why? Are you genuinely following Christ? Or are you just the one listening to his speeches going, la la la, I don't really care what he's saying, la 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 la. Yeah, I'll listen, but whatever. Do you have any personal relationships that hinder you from commitment to Christ-honoring excellence? Is there somebody in your personal life that's stopping you? Because that needs to be fixed really, really bad. And very, very soon. What about your own goals and desires? Is self-denial your strong suit or your downfall? Are you denying yourself everything? Because, I mean, this book puts it so well. I mean, I can't even put it into my own words, and I answered these questions, and it was tough. Are you willing to surrender to Him? And by surrender, I do mean everything. From your phone and the clothes on your back to your life. Your very own life. Does materialism have you in its grip? I don't really have a good example for that. But you just really, really need to read this book. Isn't it about time for you to enlist as a full-fledged, committed follower of Christ? What's holding you back? Why aren't you a full-fledged Christ follower? Why aren't you a disciple? If our country were overtaken by an enemy force that denied us the privilege of living openly for Christ, how would you react? Would your commitment be firm enough to keep you true? That's a really tough question. And in this book, there's actually a story about Russia, and I think that it's very interesting. So I'm going to let you guys go. I want you all to think about those questions and answer them. And it's going to be tough. And if there's nothing easy about soaring. It's very, very difficult. But it is totally worth it. So that's the first 3 chapters in a vague outline. So I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Bye.